Hi, I'm Mark Selby and this is my career in colour and emotion. Okay, reaching the semi-finals of the China Open, beating Ronnie O'Sullivan and Stephen Hendry. 18 seems like forever ago. I remember it was the first time I qualified for China. Excited, didn't really know what to expect. I think the first round I was due to play Joe Swale, but then decided I had to play a wild card first, which turns out to be Ding Junhui as a 14-year-old, which looking back now was a very tough round. But I managed to come through that, and then, yeah, as you say, I beat Joe Swale, then went on to beat O'Sullivan and then Hendry as well. So to get to the semi-final was a great achievement for me at such a young age. Cactus Blossom. 2007, age 23, losing to John Higgins in your first Crucible final. I was a massive underdog anyway against John, wasn't expected to win. Just go out there, give it your best and enjoy it and try and put up a fight, and before you know it, I think I got back to 14-13 and all of a sudden I've got a chance to win the tournament. But John showed his class in the last 4 frames and I think he made 4 one visits to beat me 18-13. You know, still a great tournament. Satisfaction, I would say. Age 24, making your major breakthrough by winning the Masters. Going back to the one before, getting to the final got me into the top 16, so that got me into the Masters in 2008. Going there for the very first time. You know, I'd only ever seen it on TV, the Masters, and then going on to win it was incredible. I had nothing to lose, my first time there, nobody was expecting me to do well. I'm really happy to be involved in the tournament as a top 16 player, so to come out on to be the winner at the end of the week was incredible, really. And that was basically like the start of my success in my career, I think, because it sort of proved to myself that, you know what, if you can win a tournament of that magnitude with the top 16 players in, then there's no reason why you can't win any other tournament. I will probably go new beginning, Still Lake. Winning another dramatic Masters final. Out of everything I've achieved in snooker, I think the atmosphere in that, what I remember, was probably the best I've ever played in.
He may attempt the double to clinch this year's Masters. It's right in the middle of the pocket.
Playing Ronnie in London, basically in his own backyard. I think the crowd was probably 98% of the crowd wanted him to win and probably 2% of me, and that was just my friends. And I remember I made a good 60-odd break in the decider. Yeah, I mean, that was just me all over, you know, 9-6 down. I thought to myself, you know, you're still never over until you're shaking hands. That's what my father's always told me, so that was my grit and determination that got me through that game.
Yeah, Ronnie comes forward and shakes the hand of Mark Selby. It has been a remarkable final. It's been a remarkable comeback from the jester from Leicester. He was 9-6 down and he won 4 frames in a row, and he takes the Masters for the second time.
I would probably say relief, because 9-6 down you're looking like you're probably getting beat and then you turn it around. So after snooker I'm never going to be a painter and decorator, am I? That's for sure. Look at the state of that. Age 30. Conquering the Crucible for the first time, beating Ronnie again in the final. Yeah, that's probably one of my most memorable matches. You know, I mean, as a young kid, being a professional sportsman in any sport, all you ever want to do is trying to become world champion at your sport, whatever that is. And I was no different, you know. So to win it for the first time is always going to be the most memorable for me. Even though since then I've won it a few more times, but the first one's always very special. And I always said that if I could choose to play anyone in a world final and to come out on the winning side, who would it be? I've always said to be Ronnie O'Sullivan, so to beat him in the final. And the way I'd done it as well, I think I was quite a few behind after the first day, like 9-3, and I managed to get back in the match and give myself a chance going into the second day. And then remember, I played really well second day to turn the match around and win it for the first time, and it was very emotional, you know, because it's something that I'd promised my father that I'd try and achieve, and to achieve it with him no longer here with me was quite tough. I remember the interview at the end, I was tearing up with Hazel asking me questions, but yeah, one that I'll remember for the rest of my life for sure. I'd go love. What do you think, Sam? Will you have me around your house doing some painting or not? Yeah, well, let us know, mate. You got my number. Oh, yeah, that was a bad one. Oh, that hurt. 16-14 up, I remember, and that was in, I think it was in the COVID year, wasn't it? We had no one in the crowd for the first few rounds, and then I think the semi-final onwards, we opened it up a little bit to let a few people in. I think if I was playing anybody else, I think I'd probably win. I can't remember doing too much wrong. I think I broke off twice. And then the last red, yeah, we both played some good safety, and in the end, he ended up pinching it and going on to win. But, you know, that's what he does, doesn't he? That's why he's the greatest of all time. His back was against the wall and he played like unbelievable snooker. Yeah, that was a tough one. That took a long while to get over that. Becoming world champion for a fourth time, beating Shaun Murphy in the final. If you'd have said to me as a young 11, 12-year-old kid when I was first playing snooker on a full-size snooker table that I'd be 4 times world snooker champion, I'd have probably laughed at you and said you was a bit of a fool. But, you know, to win it 4 times, if I never ever win it again, I could retire happy. Unbelievable achievement for somebody, yeah, a small boy like me from Leicester who came from, you know, a council estate with no money. My father had no money to achieve what I've achieved. I'm very proud. And also to like beat Shaun, you know, we've sort of grown up together through the junior ranks. I think Shaun's a few months older than me, or probably a year older than me, you know, but he used to come to Willie Thorne's with his dad when he was younger, playing all the junior events, and he was always the man to beat. As soon as he walked in, he sort of was head and shoulders above a lot of all the other juniors at that time. So for us to both play each other in a world final, we've been so used to playing each other in junior comps, and now there we are live on TV on the BBC, playing each other in a world final. So that was yeah, that was a great moment. Passion, I would say, because I think I remember Shaun was coming back at me. I was a few frames in front and he was looking really strong, and I managed to clear up the last red and colours, and then sort of just let out a big scream. It was not planned, but it was just more elation than anything else. So yeah, I think I'll go passion. I was sort of going for it for a while, but I didn't really know what it was, to be honest. And it wasn't until I was at a tournament away somewhere, I can't remember where it was, but I was just sat in the hotel room, well, laying on the bed watching a bit of TV, and Tyson Fury came on speaking about some book, I think, and basically talking about his life and how he's suffered with mental health. And I sort of laid there on the bed, and it sort of took me back a little bit, and I thought, you know what, that's exactly how I've been feeling like in the past, and that's how I'm feeling sort of now. But I never really knew what it was. I just thought you had up and down days like everyone does. For years I sort of held it in and definitely made it worse because it was sort of just, you know, building up. And when I finally decided to make a decision, you know, I felt a lot better about it because I felt like I was hiding behind the mask for so many years and not being myself and just being, yeah, just putting on a front, I suppose. And then once I spoke about it and then got help, I just felt a lot better. And I feel like, you know, even if I've only helped one person by speaking out, I feel as though I've done my job. That wasn't my aim, what I set out to do. I was just speaking out to help myself, because I know that if I didn't, then, you know, who knows, I might not be studying now, painting these beautiful pictures as you can see. So, yeah, that was a tough time. All chill. Lovely, that is. Yeah, that was special. The atmosphere when I was down on the colours, I mean, it wasn't until I got to about 50 that I realised I was on for a 147, because I remember I was 9-6 behind against Luca, so I was just concentrating on just trying to get myself back into the match, and it weren't until I was on, you know, 50 odd that I thought, you know what, I've got a chance of a 147 here. And the way the balls was, I thought, well, I'll try and go for it as long as I can play perfect position and get back on the black, and then I'll give it a go.
Is he on the black? You bet he is.
To make a 147 at the Crucible anyway is a special feeling, but to be the first person ever to do it in a world final, I mean, that atmosphere was up there with what I was saying about when I played Ronnie at the Masters. I'm going to go energy, because the crowd was amazing. Oh, look, see the difference when I've got a proper brush? Age 41, defeat in the first round at the Crucible against Ben Wollaston. My season leading up to it, I'd played really well and I'd gone there with high expectations. Looking forward to a good tournament.
He's safe. He's left it to the middle. And he's going to shake his hand. So, well, would you believe it? Deja vu.
Yeah, that was a tough one to take. Want me to do it in paint or not? I'm Mark Selby, and this is my career in colour and emotion.